So, my topic of this week is discourse markers. What is this discourse markers? This discourse markers are words or expressions that link, manage, and help to organize sentences. They connect what is written or said with something else. They make no changes to the meaning. There are four classification. One is contrastive markers, elaborative markers, inferential markers, and discourse particles. So this contrastive markers, they signal some contrast between the textual elements. They link. Okay, elaborative markers, they contribute to coherence by explicitly linking ideas and providing necessary details that clarify relationship between them. Inferential markers, they signal contextual implications in the second textual segment by the first one. Discourse particles, they signal the speaker's attitude in conversation, and they structure the relationship between speaker and listener. Look at this. The first one, contrasting markers. When you contrast some sentences with other sentences, you can come up with these words like but, although, contrary to expectations, conversely, despite, in comparison, in contrast, instead, nevertheless, notwithstanding. Okay, on the other hand, on the contrary, rather, still, though, whereas, it, etc. Look at the two sentences. He went to work despite being ill. He was ill, but he went to work. Okay. And for elaborative, they signal an elaboration or continuation of the first textual element by the second. And also, alternatively, besides, correspondingly, for example, in other words, in particular, more importantly, moreover, on that basis, otherwise, so similarly. Okay, so these are the words you can give extra information to the first contextual element. Okay, the boy laughed cheerfully and jumped out. Okay, so the boy laughed cheerfully and jumped out. So you are elaborating, okay, why he has done something. And the inferential markers, they signal a contextual implication in the second textual segment by the first one. For example, so, after all, as a conclusion, as a result, because, on this, that condition, therefore, thus. So look at the example. Several houses were shattered as a result of the heavy storm. So you're giving some example for that, why this has happened, the reason behind that. Okay, that is called inferential markers. And discourse particles. Discourse particles, they signal the speaker's attitude in conversation, and they structure the relationship between speaker and listener. They are basically a feature of spoken language. Look at this. Well, gosh, who, I mean, you know, in fact, frankly speaking, actually speaking. So these are the words. This gives discourse particles. For example, in fact, you have no other income. I know you must be tired, so I will let you rest. So these are the discourse particles. Okay, look at this. I have given some examples. He went to work despite being ill. Jack couldn't sleep although he was very tired. Bran is good at maths, whereas his sister is good at science. Here you're comparing. She talks as if she knows everything. Liza went shopping, but she didn't buy anything. As soon as he fell asleep, the phone rang. I will write to you as soon as I have the results. They bought him a gift since it was his birthday. In spite of the heavy snow, we managed to get back to the office. So these are the words. It will give you some information additionally, or like inferential, yes, and discourse particles. So in that way, that will connect you. Okay, here I've given some assessment page to read out the exercises and come out with the right answer. Here I've given references. So thank you guys. I hope you understand what is this discourse markers and what are the classification of discourse markers and what is this inferential markers, elaborative markers and contrastive markers and discourse particles. Okay guys, thank you.